Tesla added 330 new supercharging stations globally in Q3 2023. During the third quarter of 2023, Tesla slightly accelerated the rate of expansion of its supercharging network around the world. The number of new stations globally amounted to 330, up 6% year-over-year, which is the highest result so far this year. The number of new individual connectors increased by 11% year-over-year to 3,023, which is the best result so far in 2023. The average ratio of connectors per station amounted to 9.2 compared to 8.7 a year ago. The volume of deployment varies depending on several factors. The highest number of new stations and connectors was recorded in Q4 2020 and Q4 2022. Tesla noted in its Q3 financial report that the supercharging network remains profitable, including investments in expansion, and stated that the focus is to handle non-Tesla EVs in the future. Pay-per-use supercharging remains a profitable business for the company, even as we scale capital expenditures. Our team is focused on materially expanding supercharging capacity and further improving capacity management in anticipation of other OEMs joining our network. Tesla Supercharging Network Q3 FY 2023 results YoY change. New stations, 330, up 6%. New individual connector stalls, 3,023, up 11%. Connector stalls per station on average, 9.2, up 5%. Number of new Tesla superchargers globally Q3 2023. So far this year, Tesla already installed more than 900 new supercharging stations and over 8,600 individual stalls. That's a relatively high number compared to other networks, and the rate was slightly higher than a year ago. When it comes to the current size of the network, it already consists of almost 5,600 stations and more than 51,000 individual charging stalls. That's almost one-third more than a year ago. In September, Tesla celebrated the installation of its 50,000th supercharging stall, which happened to be a special one installed in California. September 8, 2023, 5,000 in roughly 5 months, 10,000 in less than 10 months. If all of the 50,000 stalls were powered simultaneously, at 100 kilowatts average for illustrative purposes, the total output would be over 5.0 GW. Non-Tesla supercharging. Additionally, Tesla continues to expand the non-Tesla supercharger pilot, which is available at select stations in some markets. The non-Tesla pilot currently includes over 20 countries. Supercharging power. As of today, Tesla superchargers offer a peak power output of up to 250 kilowatts, but it's expected to increase quite substantially. In the past, there were reports about 300 kilowatts and more in the future, and a rumor about 324 kilowatts in the case of V3 superchargers. Earlier this year, Tesla launched its first V4 superchargers in Europe. In the United States, the first V4 installations were spotted in a few states in October. The V4s in the US are equipped with an integrated CCS1 adapter, aka Magic Dock, a credit card reader, and a small display, to handle non-Tesla EVs. Charging standards. In Q4 2022, Tesla announced the opening of its proprietary charging standard, which will be called the North American Charging Standard (NACS). In May 2023, Ford announced the switch from CCS1 to NACS in North America starting in 2025. General Motors followed the move and, since then, multiple other EV manufacturers. Charging networks and charging equipment manufacturers announced support of NACS. Separately, Tesla started to retrofit its chargers in North America with an integrated CCS1 adapter, aka Magic Dock, to charge electric vehicles compatible with the CCS Combo 1J1772 combo standard. A small number of such stations V3 were already installed. The new V4 versions also are getting the Magic Dock. In Europe and most of the rest of the world, new Tesla cars are equipped with a CCS Combo 2 compatible charging inlet for both AC and DC charging. In China, the company uses GBT charging inlets, one for AC and one for DC charging. Tesla supercharging plugs vary depending on the market. North America and some other markets, like South Korea and Japan. A proprietary charging standard, named the North American Charging Standard (NACS) by Tesla. With the Magic Dock built-in CCS1 adapter, supercharging stalls are able to charge CCS1 compatible, non-Tesla EVs. Europe and most of the rest of the world. CCS2 compatible charging standard. Initially, there was a different plug, compatible with AC Type 2 inlets, used by Tesla for DC charging. The inlet served 1 or 3-phase AC charging, as well as DC charging at superchargers. With the launch of the Model 3 in Europe and the following models Model Y, refreshed Model S, Model X, Tesla switched to CCS2 compatible charging inlet, and retrofitted superchargers with CCS2 compatible plugs for DC charging. Many of the superchargers are now equipped with 2 different plugs, but the newer, CCS2 compatible is the way to go forward. Source: reposted and summarized from Mark Kane at Inside EVS.